President Donald Trump is apparently starting to panic. His policies are causing a lot of people to second guess his economic stewardship or, lack thereof. In fact, Trump's tariffs had previously, caused automakers to freak out. And so as a result, Trump's like, oh, you need to not raise prices, in response to my tariffs. So what, price controls? You're saying price controls now as a result of your disastrous policies? Okay, well, now that said, Americans, according to recent polling, are seeing the economic outlook as pretty bleak. According to a 1,000-person survey conducted by Clever Real Estate, published earlier in the week, only 26% of Americans feel better off than they did in September, with only a third, 34%, expecting a better financial situation 6 months from now. 63% of those surveyed, meanwhile, believe the government is not doing enough to address things like rising insurance costs, about 95%, inflation, 94%, and the general state of the economy, 89%. The poll also revealed that nearly three-quarters, 74%, of Americans believe inflation will get worse over the next year, with 70% expressing greater concern about inflation now than in September, and only 39% approving of Trump's approach to managing it. What a disaster. What a complete disaster.
Whoopsie.
Oh, did I just crash the economy? Oops. But what does this have to do with Elise Stefanik? You might be wondering. So now it turns out that as a result of all this, Trump and the GOP are so concerned about losing the House of Representatives in the midterms that they are keeping Stefanik in her seat. And there's a reason. Some of the recent special elections that have happened have not exactly gone the way that Republicans had been hoping. According to Politico, a pair of April elections in deep red swaths of Florida next week were supposed to improve the GOP's cushion in the House and clear the path for Stefanik's departure, until Trump said he didn't, quote, want to take a chance on anyone else running for Elise's seat. That decision to pull Stefanik's nomination came as Republicans grew increasingly anxious about the race to fill the seat of National Security Advisor Mike Waltz on April 1st. Polling in that district, which Trump carried by 30 points, has tightened, and the president himself is hosting a teletown hall there to try to bail out Republican Randy Fine. An internal GOP poll from late March showed Democrat Josh Weil, up 3 points over Fine, 44 to 41%, with 10% undecided, according to a person familiar with the poll, and granted anonymity to discuss it. Now, wait a minute. Oh, you libs with your fake news and your fake polls. This poll was done by Tony Fabrizio, Donald Trump's personal pollster. Oops. Oh, great. So, no, it's not fake. Not a fake poll by a fake pollster. No, it's a real poll, and it's really scaring the shit out of Republicans. According to two people familiar with internal conversations, this dismal polling has spooked Republicans and have spurred them to redouble their efforts to ensure a comfortable win in the district. Some Republican strategists said that it's not worth taking the risk of losing Stefanik's northern New York seat, which Trump won by 20 points in 2024. Can they defend their seat? Absolutely. But why do you do that right now? Asked Charlie Harper, a top aide to former Representative Karen Handel, on her successful 2017 bid in a special election in Georgia. If we're far underperforming in seats Trump won by 30, then there's obvious concern about having to chance special elections in seats Trump won by a lot less, said another top GOP operative granted anonymity to speak candidly. The juice is not worth the squeeze sweating them out. Being of sweating. Okay, they are sweating. In fact, in the state of Florida, while the Democratic candidate has raised about $10 million, which has led to Elon Musk's America PAC putting forward some last-minute cash for Mr. Fine. as well as Florida CFO Jimmy Patronis. Not only that, but Musk is also attempting to bribe people in Wisconsin to show up and vote for the Republican in the hotly contested state Supreme Court election. On Sunday night, Musk posted on his social media platform, I will give a talk in Wisconsin. Entrance is limited to those who have voted in the Supreme Court election. I will also personally hand over 2 checks for $1 million each in appreciation for you taking the time to vote. This is super important. This is borderline. This is bribery. Okay, it's not borderline at all. It feels like bribery. I'm just saying, feels like bribery. But here's the thing, though. What's really interesting about all this is that it's not like Stefanik's seat was entirely in danger. Republicans would probably win it. A poll in the district conducted last week, obtained by Politico, showed a Republican candidate up 16 points. Okay, so yes, a Republican would probably win that seat if Stefanik were to be in the cabinet, okay, or, whatever job she was offered. Republicans have 80,000 more registered voters in that district than Democrats do. So, but the fact is that they are worried about what is considered to be a fairly safe seat tells you how unpopular they know they are. I'm not saying Democrats are popular either, but they've got the party has like a 29% approval rating, okay? But Republicans are not doing well either. People are not happy with the massive cuts in government services because of Doge, the price hikes, the inflation, the tariffs, which are a tax on consumers. They are not happy with any of this. And not to mention, you've got already a few scandals like Signalgate, Elon Musk, who's also deeply unpopular. Look, I'm just saying, the bleeding has begun, okay? And Republicans know this. And so it's up to us, the people, to keep up the pressure on them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.